Welcome to episode 42 of the Mile 20 podcast, where epic shit happens. Yes. My name is Laura, and I'm here with my bestie,
Laura. We're a little punchy tonight.
We're really punchy tonight.
You're with me in your jammy pants. I love that.
Listen, there is a table in front of us, and nobody is supposed to know. You just called out my jammy pants.
It's okay, and they're jammies, and it's not even December yet, and they have Christmas bulbs on them.
Yeah.
You're the fucking bomb, man.
I'm feeling a little something kind of way today. I can't help it.
It's okay.
I don't know what
There's
I'm
no
feeling.
judgment zone, but I'm a little jealous, so.
Anyway, we are two best friends that have run marathons in all 50 states.
Yes, we have.
Most of those states we ran step by step in stride together. We're coming to you today to discuss our adventures at the Jackson Hole Marathon, which we ran September 26th in 2020.
Which is in Wyoming.
Yes, and it was
Cowboy land.
Still in the throes of COVID.
Yes, way in the throes of COVID.
Matter of fact, I think that was my very first plane ride.
Yes, mine too.
Post the shutdown.
Yes, exactly.
And it was very weird, but lovely because nobody sat in the middle seat.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. I have a picture of Dave and I. There was nobody in the middle seat between us because
wow.
they were trying to space everybody out still.
Oh, oh, yeah. Okay.
It was nice.
Yeah, I can't remember that, but I just remember that being kind of weird.
Yeah. If there was any positives about COVID, not having somebody sit in the middle seat was kind of wonderful.
Yeah, and everybody
That's
wearing
masks.
masks. That was kind of nice.
That's true, too. Every, little sneeze and cough.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to get sick.
Yeah. Or why are they using their hands to cover their mouth? That's so disgusting.
Yes.
Anyway, we're digressing already, so you can tell what this episode's going to be like. It's going to be fun.
Fun.
Anyway, we will be discussing trail legs.
Yeah, that was real.
Gang of elk. Because believe it or not, that's what a group...
Is that what a group of elk are called? Not a herd?
Well, they can be called a herd, but the official term is gang. But you can call them a herd. It's not... But I just thought that was interesting.
Oh, wow.
Gang.
Okay.
Yep. And a moose antler.
There were a lot of moose out there.
There were a lot of moose.
There's a lot of animals just in general out in the Wyoming area.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. The Mile 20 beverage of the week.
Yeah, so we, for new listeners, every week we choose a beverage, and it's 99.9% of the time it's an adult beverage. And the reason why we do this is to commemorate what we do in every single marathon, where we plant a alcoholic beverage at mile 20. And we partake because when you hit mile 20 in a marathon, that's usually when... you hit the wall and your body and your mind just start, kind of not cooperating with each other.
Shit gets real.
The shit gets real at mile 20.
Yes, it does.
So we always just have a little cocktail. And, then we just kind of march on. And it kind of helps to...
Makes the last 6 miles way more fun.
And entertaining sometimes.
That's all I'll say. Way more fun.
So we tonight are drinking a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon from Sonoma Valley. And it is from a winery that I've actually visited with Maddie called Flambeau. And Flambeau was started by a lawyer from New Orleans. And the Flambeau are the guys who actually used to light the gas lights down in New Orleans.
Oh. I did not know that.
So if you look at the wine bottle, when we go back upstairs, he actually the label has the flambeau, the guy going and lighting the gas.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. So absolutely fantastic wine. Now, why are we drinking red? Well, it kind of commemorates, after the race in Jackson Hole, it was freezing out when we finished, and. Yes. I'm going to jump right to the end where we got back to our VRBO and we got into our jammies.
Oh, it was heavenly.
And we had some really, really great food in the house. The boys got food for us, and we had an absolutely delicious red wine.
And there was a fire.
And there was a fire in the fireplace.
Yeah,
and I absolutely just loved that. So this is to commemorate, the fact that we drank a lot of red wine this weekend.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So next up.
What our epic week update? We usually get like, what have we been up to?
Yeah. So last week I left on Wednesday and spent 2 full days. But I left on Wednesday, came back Saturday, and went up to Cranberry Lake, chasing snow.
Oh, you had some snow too. I was so jealous.
Yeah, I was excited. I was by myself with the dogs, so I enjoy spending time by myself and in solitude because I find a peace in that. At the same time, towards the end of it, I get a little antsy.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Matter of fact, I felt kind of bad because Dave was hosting poker on Saturday night, and I walk in like with all my shit and start unpacking, and like the guys are all being sweet, like, "Hey, Lori, how are you?" I'm like, "I'm feral." I'm like, I haven't showered in 4 days. I never changed my clothes. I'm like, why did I pack all these clothes? I wore the same clothes for 4 days because I saw nobody else.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I just can't talk to people right now. I was like, "Hi, I'm gonna go upstairs now and hide." Like, it was like way too much. I went from like complete solitude with the 2 dogs to like a house full of men playing poker.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I'm like, I hope nobody took offense. And he's like, no, most wives just say hello and get out of Dodge. I'm like, okay, good, thanks. And then Sunday we spent a good chunk of the day together.
We did. We ended up getting down to the football game or the tailgating for the Eagles game around 4 p.m. for an 8:20 game. It was a long time for tailgating, and it was super windy out. There were wind gusts of up to like 40, 50 miles an hour.
Yet it wasn't too bad. Like, I felt like our setup, like our tailgating setup, was fairly stable.
It was stable.
We weren't worried about it.
Yeah, we didn't put anything that would like blow away. You know, we had our stuff secured down. You had the TV set up. We got to go and watch the Broncos beat Kansas City.
Yes,
yes,
go Bronco Nation.
Yes, so we were very, very excited about that. And then we christened our Camp Chateau glasses. So these are glasses that when Lori and I went to the women's camp in France, we had gotten these absolutely gorgeous antique goblets.
Yeah, goblets.
I wouldn't even call it a wine glass. It's a goblet.
It's a goblet, yeah.
And so they're glass and very, very thick and just very old. And so we hadn't christened them yet.
They're probably thinking the same thing I was thinking. Glass at a tailgate.
Glass at a tailgate is just really, really bad. But we're going with it, man. We're protecting them.
Game 1, success.
Yes.
I got it
they're
drank it,
still
came back.
Intact.
Intact.
Still intact.
Yeah.
So we christened those glasses with a wonderful bottle of French red.
Yeah,
because you couldn't
Bordeaux.
put anything else in that, other than a French red.
And it was delicious.
Yes.
I have no idea what winery it was from or chateau. I have no idea, but it was delicious, and it was a Bordeaux.
Yeah, and then we didn't get home until like stupid late. I think we got home at like maybe like close to 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But then I turned right back around, and on Monday night, I went to the Sarah McLachlan concert back in Philly with my sister and Maddie. And then last night, you were back over here because it was Jim's birthday, and we had like a nice little birthday cake and celebration and stuff for him. So, and now tonight, it's Wednesday night, and we're recording. So it's been a week.
It has.
Yes.
I feel like I'm an honorary Lee at this point.
Oh, you always have been. Always have been.
Always.
So cheers, my friends.
Cheers.
To Jackson Hole and drinking more red wine.
I know. You went very light on our on the tailgating. It was a lot.
It was a lot.
We were there for a long time.
Yeah.
Thank God Maggie drove me home.
Yeah, and we met up with our friend Alyssa, who we also who was a former Delaware swim mom, as well as
she was in Paris with us.
Paris
and at camp.
with us, right? So so she was at the game. So we smuggled down 3 shots of Fireball down to her section, and then we gave hugs, we took pictures, and then we all went on our way.
Yeah, no, it was a good time.
It was great seeing her, though. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
Are we ready to?
Let's talk about Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
So we're gonna try. This is gonna be kind of a 2-episode thing because we actually did 2 things on this trip.
We did a thing.
The beautiful thing about the Jackson Hole Marathon, and that being your choice as a Wyoming race, is that it is a destination race. I mean, it is nestled right at the foot of the Grand Tetons. So you have access to the Grand Teton National Park. There's like, what is it? Bridgeton? I don't know. There's another national forest that nestles up next to it. Plus, it's very convenient to visit Yellowstone.
Oh, it totally
while
is.
you're there as well.
Totally is.
So it's a destination race.
Yes.
A fabulous one.
A fabulous one.
So we were there. Were we there like about a week?
Yeah, close to a week prior to the race.
Yeah, because I think we arrived on the 17th. I think I flew home on the 27th.
Yeah.
That was 10 days.
Yeah, we were there for a while.
We were there for a while.
Yeah.
So it's going to get a little blurred, but we're going to try and keep it as separate as possible because prior to, and our next episode will be about, we hiked the Teton Crest Trail for 4 days and 3 nights.
We actually hiked
before
the marathon, and we hiked over 40 miles in 4 days.
Yes, and thousands of feet of elevation.
Thousands of feet of elevation. I think the highest peak that we got to, did we hit a 14er?
No, because we didn't we didn't really summit anything.
Yeah.
We just went through over some passes.
I think it was like 12 was like the highest.
I think it was some 1,000 feet.
Yeah, so in an upcoming episode
in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks we'll talk about the hiking excursion, really just getting into the backcountry, because next week we will be doing a recap of the Philly Marathon
that we're running on Sunday.
We're running that on this Sunday. So we'll do a recap of Philly, and then we'll jump back into the Teton Crest Trail
and Wyoming.
Yeah. So this one, I'm never going to ask why we chose this one, because it was really about the destination and really having this like other excursion, kind of around it. And I remember you like throwing that out there into the ether where it was like, hey, like, let's go backpacking. And then it was like, well, we got to go backpacking before the marathon. And I was like, okay, like I totally not.
I don't know why I did it that way.
I don't know. I
probably because it was too late. You're starting to get into late September and weather starts to get more iffy later.
Yeah.
That's probably why we did it before versus after.
I think it would have been hard either way. I think it would have been difficult either way if we had done the marathon before and then tried to do all of the hiking, or did the hiking first and then the marathon. So,
yeah,
either way, it was, rocking a hard place.
Yeah.
So, but it was hard. So, when we talk about the trail legs, as one of the overviews of our episode, I have to say that probably out of any race that we've run, like that was probably one of the races where I felt the most tired. I probably felt more tired going into that race than when we ran the double. When we ran 2 marathons.
That's a good question.
Yeah, when we ran the 2 marathons in one weekend.
No, I definitely felt worse than the double.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we did have a 24-hour-ish. We had a day.
A day and a half?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, because like we came off the trail, we had a half a day, and then we had a full day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had the marathon.
Because one day with your feet up is enough, right?
And we didn't have our feet up. What were
we? I don't even know.
We went and saw like a bunch of buffalo, and we went in that iconic farmhouse that we went and did that, and then we did quite a bit.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So, but the beautiful thing about this particular race is that you have a lot of prairie scenery. So there's basically a trail that you hit at I think it's like mile 3 or 4, because you start in town.
Yeah, it's really cool. You start by the antler arches, the elk antler arches.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like say Jackson Hole.
Yeah.
Or it says Jackson. I don't remember. There's a sign. Yeah. It's just kind of like the iconic visual of when you think of Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Yeah, and just at some point in time, no matter where you were running, you saw mountains.
Yeah.
And we both love the mountains. And
and the Tetons in particular are very dramatic, because you just kind of like they're there, and they're granite, and they're just rugged.
Regal.
They're very regal. Like when we went to Glacier, you didn't really get to see those mountains until you were in those mountains. And you saw them, but you didn't really see them as well from the approach. Like you saw mountains, but not like the rugged.
Not like the Tetons.
Not like the Tetons.
No.
So they're kind of smaller in that way. Like because Glacier's big and dramatic also, but from within. But this is like from on the approach. It's just gorgeous. It's
Totally
just the most beautiful backdrop. And in particular, they're so dramatic. Like we went to that TA Molten barn.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really like that view.
So the TA Molten Barn, it's on Mormon Row. So there are a lot of like homestead buildings like in this particular area.
Yeah.
And that barn is one of the most photographed barns in the entire world.
It is gorgeous.
And it's because exactly what you're talking about. The Tetons are right behind it. And it's just
like when I was looking back at our photos, I am sitting there thinking, can you imagine being a homesteader and you're like going out in the morning to feed your chickens and like
no.
There's the Grand Tetons.
No, and more specifically that like people made their way into this area and then built these buildings.
Well, you know what they saw the Tetons and went, fuck that.
Screw that.
Done.
I'm staying right here.
This is it. I'm good.
That is totally it, my friend. But this was a cool race because it was point to point. And so you never had to see anything twice, which I appreciated. And it started in Jackson, downtown, and then it made its way at the end to the Teton Village.
Yes.
And which was nice because we had rented a VRBO that was literally like 2-minute drive from where the finish was.
And the Teton Village is outside of the actual Jackson Hole downtown. It's part of the ski resort that's there during ski season. So naturally, September is off season. So they bring people in for the marathon, which is nice.
Yeah, it's at the base of the Jackson Hole Mountain Resort.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was kind of cool because at some point in time, and we'll talk about the weather, but when we were coming in at the finish, it was snowing, like on the mountain, like right behind Teton Village.
Well, it was
snowing hard.
Yeah, well, it was snowing that morning too. We could see it because we had it was like in the mid 40s, I think.
It was chilly.
It was chilly at the start, but it only got to about 54 degrees as a high.
But it was a cold 54.
It was cold 54.
Yeah.
And there was some drizzle in the morning because I can remember wearing like my rain jacket a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then I remember looking up at the Tetons and seeing the snow and both of us being like, holy shit, we were just there 2 days ago. That would have been a very different experience.
Yes. Like we threaded that needle, girl.
Yeah,
we like completely threaded the needle. Now, we did run this race with our friend Tina.
Yeah, too soon, Tina.
So her and her husband Matt came out, and we ran this race. Now Tina was way further ahead of us, but that was cool because we hiked with her as well as did the marathon with her. Now this one in particular in 2020 only had 227 people that ran the marathon. So it's not a big race, but in 2025, still not a lot of people run this.
Right, which makes me think that in 2020, they had a really good turnout for a COVID race.
Because 2025, they had 248 finishers. So it's not a big difference between the years.
No, and I don't remember. So again, like never, this is not said with a judgment. This is just said in a casual observation form. Like, I did not, like, whereas in Nevada, they were very, and we did ET full moon, they were very conscious of the start, making sure we were all spread out.
Yes.
And having all the provisions in place regarding COVID.
Which was only like a month prior to us going and running this race.
Right. Or maybe a little over, because I think that was early August. And this is late
August?
September.
Okay.
So like 5-6 weeks, right? But then in Wyoming, it was just very different. It was just more relaxed. They had a different philosophy than some of the other states had. So it was just a different feel at the start. I think it was like a little busier. Like there were people like standing next to us, and we're like, oh, okay. Like, yeah.
I do remember taking my neck gaiter and wearing that, like over, because we all had them all over our faces and stuff. So, it's just crazy times, crazy times.
Unique.
But I felt very fortunate that, like all of us stayed healthy.
Yeah.
And we were able to go and run this race and had the experience that we did, because it was absolutely freaking incredible.
It really was.
We don't really remember the expo like at all. I was racking my brain.
It was just a bid pickup.
Yeah.
Like when I was looking at it this year, it says 2 be determined as far as, and it just says bib pickup, time and date, TBD. So I think it must have been like a community center or like a Y or
because
something like
when
that.
because I think me, you, and Dave went and picked up the bibs because I think that's when we saw the big gigantic moose laying on somebody's front
God.
lawn. Like this thing, like
was huge.
The one antler. If you put you and I together, I think the antler was still bigger than us.
It was big.
And that was when it was like, hey, could you imagine where like you're a teenage kid going, Mom, I can't take the garbage out. There's a moose sitting out on the lawn.
I know. I'm like, can you imagine like having to be conscious of the fact that that could even be a
Like
possibility?
you can't just walk outside of your house, you know,
like absent-minded, like
absent-mindedly.
oh yeah, like oh darn, I forgot
And don't
the
ever
keys.
prop your door open, you know.
Right.
It's like that would be crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But the night before we went and ran the race, we did go and eat at a place called Still West, which is in downtown Jackson.
Oh, I thought we went to Villaggio. It was an Italian place.
Oh no, I had Still West as one of the places, like a picture of the night. Maybe we grabbed a drink there.
Or grab lunch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hot flash.
No,
The
you're hot
beads of
flashing
sweat.
already. Oh,
the
dude.
beads of sweat are coming.
Yeah, so and you got to forgive us because like this was like one of those like races where I think more of our focus was on the hiking, versus like the race. The race was like I felt like that was like I'm just surviving, like I'm surviving and I'm getting a medal and
Yes, like I have to finish this state, but I was here for the Grand Tetons.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, because that's what when I think about like
I
that
feel
trip.
a little guilty that
Yeah.
I don't remember more from that
But
actual
but this
race.
one was a quiet race. Like
It was.
it didn't have crowds. It was really we have those races where it's more of a nature race.
Yeah.
This was a nature race in all respects. You know, but and then you know, like the scenery again was just like it was a lot of prairies.
A lot of prairies,
And then
cattle
the mountains,
ranches.
cattle ranches. We actually ran by or like I don't know if we were actually in it or like we skirted around it, but there was a big elk preserve there.
Yes. No, I
And-
think we did skirt around the elk preserve.
And what did we see when we were there?
Elk.
Oh my god.
Gangs of elk.
We saw this one herd, and it was when we were kind of coming in. It was like the last couple miles.
We saw a herd outside of the elk preserve. We saw a huge herd.
Hundreds of elk. Like no shit, hundreds of elk. And I have a video that you know, hopefully the resolution is good enough where you'll be able to see it. Maggie will go and post it. But it is a buck, and his rack is just gigantic, and he is.
That's what he said.
Yeah, right. And he is skirting around his female herd.
Oh yeah,
And
like these are my bitches.
Yeah, and that was crazy to see that. We also at some point in time, and I can't remember what mile it was, and I'm surprised because I went through my pictures. I didn't freaking take a picture of it.
I know. Well, there.
Like I was like, what was I thinking back then?
I cheat with our podcast, and I go back on Laura's Facebook page because she was the queen
Of
of
taking
capturing
pictures.
all these things.
Yeah.
Because I'm the music lady. I
Yeah.
do the music. Laura does the photos.
That's right. We both have jobs.
We both have jobs,
Yep.
and I'm like, there's barely we have pictures of everything
Dude, I
else
was
we
dying
did.
during that marathon. I was like, I just hiked 40 miles and I'm running a marathon. What am I thinking?
Yeah, I think that you were cursing me a little
Oh
that
my
day.
god.
There was a lot of like, fuck, Lori.
Yeah.
Fuck, what were we thinking?
Yes. But there was never a doubt that we weren't going to finish
Never.
it.
There never is a doubt. But the 6:56 was a hardcore show of how exhausted we were.
Dude, is that how long it took us to do that one?
6:56.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that there is a very generous 7-hour cutoff because I was looking again at 2025 results,
Okay.
and there were people that were finishing. Like the last person was like 7:15.
Okay, and that was not with us like screwing around and having fun. Like
No,
that was,
we didn't screw around that much. That was just pure like, oh my god, we got to get through this.
No, we definitely had to get through it. You know, but seeing the elk was cool, and then I mean, we saw a moose. It was like eating in somebody's yard, and you know, it was upright, and the thing was just gigantic.
Yeah, they're huge.
There's like, and the thing that I just drives me crazy is when you see people who are tourists, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I want to get really close to this animal. And
You're like,
you
no.
don't understand like how fast these things are, how powerful they are.
Yeah.
And to see like some people get right up on the fence, like I got to get that picture. It's like, dude, your camera zooms. Like,
yeah. Like there's no reason to ever put your life in danger over a picture of wildlife. I'm sorry.
No, I totally
Take
agree.
a mental picture, look at how freaking beautiful it is, and respect the distance.
Yeah. But
100%.
then the other neat thing is that around mile 20, our two hubbies were camped out because
There's like a weird loop that goes towards Wilson and comes back around, like a little town.
And we went through like some parking lot, and the boys were kind of camped out, and they were watching a football game on their phones, and they had food and drink, and they were having fun.
They were tailgating at the marathon for us, which is very sweet. I think that was our mile 20 stop.
And it was nice to be able to go and just have a beverage and move on. But man, that race was really hard.
That race was hard.
I did go and catch a picture. We went and ran by somebody's garden because these are like all like mountain prairie gardens and stuff in people's houses for the few homes that we passed by.
Yeah.
And I just thought that this was really, I don't know, it was very symbolic of the time. Again, this was in 2020, and there was a sign that read on somebody's garden, "Tell me what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life."
Yeah.
And at the time, it was like, wow, because we were all thinking about our own mortality and what have you during that period. And I don't know, there was something that resonated about that sign where I'm like, I'm running fucking marathons. That's where I'm going. I don't know. It was just really profound during that time period. And
you're like, wild. I am wild. This is wild,
right?
And this is precious. Like,
right?
Yes, I'm feeling that at this moment.
And that's exactly.
I'm doing it. You don't have to ask me about what I want to do because I'm actually sitting here doing it.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
So then the other neat thing is that when you come through the finish, you actually, when you come into the Teton village, you actually have to run through like this grassy area.
Oh yeah,
that kind of sucked. I didn't like that.
It was kind of like off-roading.
Yeah, and your legs are already kind of like like just not feeling great, and then to have like the lack of stability.
Or was that just us?
It was a combination of us and the running and the hiking and everything, but I just remember running across the grass. But the cool thing at the end was that they had an actual moose antler.
Yes.
Right. So that was our reference to the moose antlers, and you get your picture, taken holding the moose antler, with your medal.
Did it say finisher, like Jackson Hole Marathon finisher, or something like that?
Yeah, it definitely referenced the marathon on it.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
it was very unique.
It was.
It was a very Wyoming finish.
It definitely was.
So, like we said, going to Wyoming and Jackson Hole is like a really great place to leap off to see some things too. So like part of our trip, which we would highly recommend you doing, is going into Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't require a lot of hiking or anything to just go see some simple things. I think we did like a one day, we got up in the morning, we drove up there and we did like the southern loop because we went to like Yellowstone Lake and saw the Yellowstone Lodge.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yellowstone Lake Lodge. We went to the Yellowstone Falls.
Yep.
We did hike up we did do like a 2-mile hike and went and saw the up top view of the Grand Prismatic.
Yes. We went to Old Faithful. That's where I drank a bottle of wine by myself. Do you remember that?
Yes, you were in the back of the car. And
the boys freaking like I think Dave drove us back back into Wyoming, and we were having a good time in the back. I think we were like doing like car karaoke, like 80s and 90s music. It was awful, fun but probably awful for them.
Nah, that's not our problem. That's theirs.
Yeah,
we got to see a really cool. I can remember on the loop right off the road there was a dead elk.
Yes.
that
Oh,
had
yeah.
attracted a bear.
Yes.
So we were able to see a bear, which was super cool.
It was a black bear, wasn't it?
I think it was a
Yeah.
black. It looked dark in
Yeah.
the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really, really neat. Yeah, no, I appreciated the fact that like we just said, you know what, we got the time, let's go and do it. And
Yeah.
that's what I appreciate, like when we travel with you and Dave, like you guys are always like game to go and like do something like
course.
it's like screw it, man. Like, you know, you never know when you're gonna be back here, you know? Let's
Exactly.
like take it in. So
We have a similar traveling philosophy.
we do. We do.
Yeah.
I think that's why we travel really, really well together. We don't have to always be on an itinerary.
No.
You know, we just kind of wing it, and like if something looks cool, we're gonna stop.
Yeah.
You know, but the other thing that we always make sure that we do anytime we hit a national park is you gotta get your picture with the national park sign,
Of course you do.
right?
Yes.
I mean, it's like
100%.
iconic.
It's iconic.
You know what? You know what?
What?
We should, for all the national parks we've been to, I know you've been to a couple more than me, but like we should do some kind of like picture montage of
Yeah.
like just,
Hell, we could do an episode about national parks.
oh my God, yeah. I love the national parks.
I know.
I'm glad that they're opening back up again.
I am too. I just want to make sure that that land is protected.
Yes, totally agree.
So important.
Totally agree. Just going back to one of the cool things that we crossed over the Snake River.
Yes, we did.
And that was really neat.
Yes.
Um,
There is actually a really cool brewing.
Yes.
There's a Snake River Brewing Company in Jackson Hole, which was very nice. Dave and I don't know what you and Jim were doing when we first got there. Because Dave and I were by ourselves at the brewery at the start. I think it was before we met you.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't think we went on the same flight together.
I don't think we did.
So I think maybe we got there before you guys
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what we did with our luggage.
no
Like,
I
were
have
we
no
at
idea.
Snake? This is so bad.
It's so bad.
5 years ago, I cannot remember.
But then there are other races where
Every detail.
I could remember like exactly like every single thing that I ate for the meal.
Well, clearly, we were doing details about like Boston in 2017.
But dude, I could tell you everything about the Teton Crest Trail.
I
and,
know
like,
we're
that-
gonna get real deep next week
So
or
that,
2
you know,
weeks.
but look, you know, even though like you know the details on this aren't as deep as maybe some of the other races we've run, I loved this race, and
Yeah.
you know because it was small town, everything was really really well organized.
It was nice to be on a designated trail and not pushed
Agreed.
off to the shoulder of a road. That was very nice.
and you were on this like a bike trail, running
Yeah.
bike trail for almost the entire marathon.
Yeah, it was,
This thing ran throughout like so many different
and
areas.
it wasn't concrete.
No, it was blacktop.
Yeah, it was very nice.
And it was very, very well paved, like not you know, kind of sketch when it comes to like holes or pitted or anything like that. But yeah, I mean this is a great race. You know, definitely if you do go and run this race, I would highly recommend. You know, don't just go out there for the race. I mean, because
Don't.
obviously, like
That's a travesty.
right, like we did the race, but it's like that wasn't our highlight. You know, like the nature out there is the highlight.
Yeah. And there's so much.
Yeah. Now, I would love to do this race again. I'm jumping ahead. I would love to do this race again and experience it in a non-COVID time period
Agreed.
because the vibe would be completely different.
Yeah, we'd
The
be drunk at the
experience-
bars.
Yeah, the
We didn't
experience
do
would
that.
be different. Like, yeah, because like we pretty much like, I mean, we ate out like a couple of times.
But we tried to eat where they had outside seating.
Yes.
Even if it was freezing ass
Yes.
cold, we were
Yeah,
trying to
did.
sit outside.
We did. So, you know, I think the experience would just be very, very different.
I think Dave and I left early, and you guys wound up looking for a place to see the Eagles game.
We did. We ended up finding a place with Matt and Tina, and ended up watching the Eagles game with them, and that was fun because it was kind of like a, I don't know, backyard bar. Like I wouldn't call it a biker bar, but it felt like a biker bar.
Yeah.
You know, so it was good. It was a good vibe.
That's awesome.
But it was awesome because they had like all of the windows and all of the doors. They had like these patio doors that opened. So like it was like, even though you were inside watching the game, like everything was like all open air.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool again during that time. So, now the shirts and the medals. You're wearing the shirt. I had work stuff going on up until the podcast here, so
Yeah.
I didn't change into my shirt.
So the kind of like the prevailing visual or the marketing icon, or what is it? Logo.
Logo.
Oh dear God.
It's called a logo. It's a logo.
My brain
It's okay.
is-
It's menopause brain.
Yeah,
okay.
it really is. It's
okay.
bad right now. Anyway, the logo is big moose antlers. So it is predominant on the shirt. And I don't know about in the years since. I'm assuming it's the same. And it was also very prevalent. It's what our,
our big medal.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm having a time. Yes, our medal is a moose skull with its big antlers. Now, there's a beef.
Yes.
There's a beef with the
There
shirts.
is a beef with the shirts.
And the medal.
Yeah, there's a beef with the medal as well.
Yeah.
And we're not sure whether or not it's still the same, because, again, this is back in 2020. But what's the beef, Lori? Because Maggie called it out.
Yeah, well, and the shirt doesn't have a year on it. So
No.
the shirt doesn't have a year, and then it has the full marathon and the half marathon on the shirt.
Right.
And on the medal. Like
Yes.
it says half marathon, because they've got a quarter marathon, a half marathon, and a full that they offer at this weekend. But there should be a distinction between the three.
Absolutely, because when you see folks after the race and they're wearing the race shirt or they have the medal on, nobody knows whether or not you ran the marathon or the half marathon. And
the effort is twice as hard.
And for some people, that's not a big deal. But for those of us who are marathoners, that's a big freaking deal.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, I earned the right to wear a shirt that says marathon on it.
Yeah.
And yours should say half marathon on it. We're a little that way. But we're that way, you know?
We are that way. And I would try and give, just to play devil's advocate, I understand you only have 200 plus people.
And it was during 2020, so who knows what, the printing stuff was at the time.
Yeah, I'm sure it's simplified, but.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do like the shirt, even though it doesn't have the year and it says half and full.
It's comfortable.
It's comfortable.
It
I do wear that one during the summertime.
But it's a t-shirt.
I know, but you know me. I like the t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm wearing more tank tops now, running during the warmer weather. But I will wear a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I do like that one a lot. I like the cut of it. It was because it was a woman's cut too.
Yeah, it's got a V-neck.
And a V-neck.
A gentle V-neck.
A gentle V-neck.
Not
We do
like
not
an
like this
obnoxious dip V-neck.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's
slight
a non-cleavage V-neck.
I don't mind showing my cleavage. It's just,
Well, it's that awkward,
but not in the shirt.
yeah, not in a running shirt.
Not in a running shirt.
Yeah, yeah. And then the metal is kind of I don't know what color is that? It's like a copper.
Yeah.
A copper color, but and again the medals are cool, but they're
And the
not.
ribbon's nice.
Yeah.
The ribbon does say Jackson Hole Marathon. It's just that the medal,
But it doesn't have the year on it.
Itself.
Doesn't have the year. Doesn't have the year.
Well, darn it! Let me put my glasses on.
Put your glasses on, lady.
On one side, on one antler, it says 13.1, and on the other, it says 26.2. No year.
And no year on the
And no
on the
year
ribbon.
on the ribbon.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool for it to say 2020 on it, especially since it was COVID year.
yeah.
And
That would be cool.
Yeah, but would you run this one again?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I would totally run this one
I would
again.
recommend it, and I would run it.
Yes, I totally agree. All right, so next week, this coming weekend, in a couple of days, we will be running the Philadelphia Marathon.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, this is our hometown race. And we're planning on having some fun.
I don't even remember how many of these I've ran.
I don't know either.
I'm going to guess this is my fifth or sixth.
I have absolutely no idea how many times I've run this
crazy.
one. Yeah. But this is our hometown race. So we're running it. Maggie's running it with us as well. So we're all getting ramped up for that. We
Praying Godspeed, Maggie.
Yes.
Who's going for time.
Yeah. And we just got to figure out our attire for the weekend.
That's so true. What are we wearing?
I don't know. We got to figure that out because I got to pack tomorrow and figure that out. So
we will be discussing this later.
Yes. So Philly Marathon, and we're gonna go and drop our episode for Philly next Wednesday instead of Thursday. So just a shout out because of Turkey Day being on Thursday. We figured that we'll give you something to listen to on your drive to Grandma's house.
There you go.
So
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
and we're
folks.
thankful for everybody who's been listening.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that! You just kind of walked right into that.
You batted it. Or you threw it. I hit it.
I did.
It's all good.
Now, go make Mile 20 your bitch.
Peace out.